Hi everyone. So I'm making this video for a proposal, and actually I got lots of DMs regarding the proposals, but I did reviewed some of the proposals around three to four, but I was not able to uh, review all the proposals. So I thought to make a video on a proposal that I took inspiration from, and last year also, and this year too. And this is the really great proposal. I got it from one of the videos on YouTube, and most of my proposal is similar to this. Obviously, the implementation is different, and but the format and the kind of structure is pretty much same as this proposal that I'm going to show. One more thing, couple of things may be subjective, so feel free to just change things according to your implementation or your thinking process. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay, so let me just start it. So first of all, I got this proposal of a guy, and by the way, this proposal is a selected one. So this guy was selected for OPI in 2023, and I got it from YouTube. So you can search it, probably you will get it too. But the thing is, he shared his journey, and also he linked this proposal to his description, but he didn't explain all the key parts of his proposal. Also, before starting to explain about the proposal and what you should be adding and what you should not. Uh, Let me clarify one thing that in order to get into GSOC, proposal is not the key thing. I mean, it may be in some occasions, but mostly not. So there are mainly three things that I believe that define your selection or rejection in GSOC. The number one and the most important is your effective contributions. So if you have really great contributions, then you have really great chances to get into it. The second is interaction with mentors. So also, see, many times I have seen people, they make great contributions in GSOC repos, but GSOC has a huge number of contributors every year. So in order to, you should be a visible contributor. You should not be like the one who make PRs and who never appears in front of mentors or never interact with them. So you should be visible. So the second point is you should have a visibility. That means you should attend the meetings, weekly meetings. Every community has some sort of meetings or some sort of discussions over things. So basically, the mentors should know that you exist in the community and you are a good contributor. So that is the second thing that define your selection. And the third thing is proposal. So let's say you have made decent enough contributions and you are interacting with the mentors as well. Then the third thing comes is the proposal. So if you have written a really great proposal that gives the confidence to mentors that yeah, you can build this project that you are proposing. So these are the three things, but proposal is just the last thing that you should be focusing on. But let me see if I'm even recording it or not. Uh, oh, where can I see? Okay, I can see. I guess it's clear. And on 8th is the deadline. So you have to submit your proposal by 8th April, I guess, in night 11 something. So you can just check it on GSOC website. Anyways, so let me just start. So first of all, you can notice that this guy has a very simple, or we can say just minimal UI of the proposal, basically styling. So you don't need to write cursively and those extra heavy fonts to make your proposal good. Just keep it minimal. Most of the times, most successful proposals I've seen, they are just minimal and they don't include too much styling and anything else, anything like that. So just keep it minimal, simple font and simple headings, nothing else. Then this person have sh shared his an about section, and what are you interested in and working with OPIA, and the second question, what do you hope to learn during GSOC? So the reason why you should mention this part in the beginning, because this gives a clear intention very briefly that what you are what are the core reason you are contributing and why are you working, why are you trying contributing in this particular project. So this gives a really good hint, though it's not necessary. You can just start with your name, university, and introduction, and then you can add a heading that why are you interested in working with XYZ organization. That is important. You should answer that question in your proposal. That is really important. After that, what do you hope to learn during GSOC? So I have excluded this part because obviously when I will write my implementation, I will that will automatically show what I'm planning to learn. So I have just skipped this part from my proposal. Also, I have removed this table sort of format. I've just written it like heading and then description, so that looks good to me. So you can follow that, or you can just go for this as well. And so I have skipped that part. And after that, contact information. So obviously, I have removed his information, and you can just add your GitHub or email. Obviously, you should be adding GitHub and email. Sometimes people add their phone numbers, but I don't think they are very necessary. So you can just remove your phone numbers. You can add primary and secondary email and then GitHub. Also, if that particular community has any sort of Discord server or any community, then you can drop your username as well. And also, yeah, you can add preferred method of communication and then time zone. These are just basic things every proposal should have. And there are prerequisites. Okay, so I'm able to run backend. Okay, so in this OPUP, see, every each and every open source project is different. So in some open source projects, they have a test suite so that they so that each user, each contributor can test whether the project is totally in a working state on their machine or not. So this guy has just listed down that he has everything set up and everything is working fine. So if you have something like that in your open source project, then you can mention here. Also, if you don't have something like that, then you can mention the technologies that you are going to use in uh, the project that you are implementing. So what I have written in this section, number one, the technologies that I'm going to use. The second thing are the resources that I'm going to use. For example, some papers, or that could be some other references to something that you are gonna use. So these are the essential prerequisites that you can add. Okay, so this guy has mentioned mostly test. One more thing I have added in my proposal was the why we need those things. So I have added, let's say, socket.io. We need socket.io. Then I have also just below it, I have also explained that why we need socket.io and not something else. So this gives a bit more context to the reviewer that why you are choosing a particular technology. So that is good, not necessary, but the more detailed and specific you are, the better. After that, prior experience. Okay, so that this part is really important because you should show that you can code and I mean you can implement the project that you are proposing. So not only the experience in the organization, but also outside the organization. You must have some projects that you have built. Also, you must have uh, anything that so that you are a good contributor. You must have uh, contributions to some other organization. That is fine too. So, yeah, that guy has mentioned all of these. And is there any prior experience? Okay, so if you want to add any experience as well, you can simply added. You should add as much as you can. Obviously, you should not be adding your resume here, but you should add your realistic projects and contributions if you have made. These can be hackathons or anything that you have built. And after that, I don't know if this guy has mentioned his PRs of this project. Okay. Uh, Okay, so I don't have an idea that whether these links are of this current project or not, but I just wanted to mention here that it's really important that whatever contributions you make in an open source project for the uh, for the goal of GSOC, then please mention those PRs. Uh, you can write. I have just formatted this thing like there was a uh, that number, that basically tag number. There is a like 1234 hashtag 1234, and then the description of the PR, and then the status of it. So most of my PRs are merged, so I've just made a list of those PRs. So I've added around 30, I guess, and I had lots of PRs. So but I have listed only 30, and I have just added text like this, that I have total this much PRs, and you can see all the list here. So there is an option on GitHub, so you can go to any repo and you can just click on your you can go to the PR section and you can click your username, and when you click on it, all the PRs made by you will be represented in a table sort of format, and you can just copy that link and paste it here. Same, you can do the same thing for issue as well. Then comes the about your projects. Okay, so this was just your introduction and just a brief about your project and you. But this is really important part, and you should be a bit detailed about this section. You can be a bit brief in this, but you should be puts a really good efforts in this part. That is section 2. You can see that this guy has wrote 63 pages of proposal. Mine is just 43, I guess. So, though I mean, pages don't define the effectiveness of a proposal, but still, you can see that this guy has made really good proposal. So you will see in next couple of minutes. Okay, so he has given a really good uh, and he has a project title Dockerize Opia, that is very short, but sometimes the project is not that specific. So you can use AI tools. Obviously, I just want to mention here that you can use AI tools as much as you want, but please don't lose your genuineness with those tools. So you shouldn't be like copy from here and just paste it here. No, that doesn't work. That kind of gives a vibe that you have just copy pasted, and it doesn't look real also. So please use it, but not that much. Add your own vibe in this. Why did you choose this project? So okay, so the best thing about this proposal I really like, that is the questions that this guy doesn't this guy chose to add uh, questions instead of headings. So the questions give a great way uh, to think about the reasons. So instead of having this guy could have this guy I mean he can write like he could write purpose of this project, but he asked a question. So that is really great thing, and I have included such questions as well. I have included headings too, but most of the headings are in form of questions. So, and then you can define the reason. You can just look at uh, how he has explained, and you can use AI and all that stuff, and you can write a good reason for that. And then there is a project time frame. Let me see. Okay. So after that, you have to just this is just a very not that important, but just how much time you are going to devote to this project. So many people in summer, many people have vacations, so they write around 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week. So On an average, as much as I know, you need around 40 to 50 hours a week. You should write that much. Also, you should obviously devote that much time to make a project really success. So this is just like that, and there are some obligations. So if you have, I didn't have any commitments during my project, nor this year. So I haven't. I just mentioned that I have no commitments. But if you have, then you can mention here. And if you have something coming up other than GSOC, then you can mention it here as well. It's good to mention here. Otherwise, let's say you selected for GSOC and then you are saying that you have this thing, and then that won't be a very good impression. These are communication channels, and you can simply write it as it is written to. Then there is proposal detail, so problem statement. Okay. So before writing your implementation plan, please uh, so where I was proposal. Okay. So before writing your implementation plan, make sure you write a problem statement and be really specific that what you need. So this is something that I really loved about this project. That is the third time I said that I really love about this this proposal. But anyways, so a core user need, you should be writing before proposing that all the technical jargons that you are going to use, anything technological, you should be writing what a user will get, or what an end user will get. So that is the most important part that mentors read. I recently got many reviews related to this heading because I was not able to specify very clearly that what a core user will get. So please add this section really well, and also use screenshots, demo, or any sort of reference that can just make the reviewer visualize that what is in your vision and what that will look like after implementation. That would be really great. So this section is really important. Please make sure you add all the relevant things that are needed for a reviewer. Okay. What goals do we want the solution to achieve? Okay, so these are just um, brief of what will be the goals, objectives for these core user needs. So you can just define them. You can read these. You will get an idea automatically that how you can ask these questions for your own project. And after that, okay, so there is a nice section what I have I mean recently I have reviewed 2 to 3 proposals, I guess, for I don't know. So the reason is their implementation plan is bit scattered. I mean, they have just written some 6 to 7 steps, and that they will do that, and they have just written a very brief description that this will happen like that, and they will implement that, and they have they have just um kind of contracted their implementation plan in just 6 to 7 steps. So I don't think that's a great way to express your implementation plan, because uh, you should be thinking from a questioning perspective that what we need, and then you should think how we are going to implement it. So this guy must be really genius. So he first specified that what we need instead of directly jumping to how we are going to implement that. So he listed down all the things that he need, and you can see he has added a screenshot as well. Also, from the screenshot, I mean, if you can make a simple demo of a project that you are going to work on, and if you are able to make such project just for demo, just you can see, uh, you can just make the mentor or reviewer uh, have a glimpse of the project that you are going to implement, then that would be really great. So if you can make a demo, you should not give more than I guess 24 hours to that demo project. So you can put that constraint while building it. And I've also built last year I had to implement real-time collaboration as as part of my project. So I have made our basically simple draw RTC app. So you can two or more than two users can collaborate on the project. So that is something that is really I won't say that is necessary, but it really gives an uh, effective impression, I guess, that you have made a simple demo to show that how you are going to implement it. So if you can, then you should. And this guy has added screenshot, and that is really great, and then explained it as well. Also, you can add necessary commands, the code snippets. You shouldn't be adding like whole code base here, but you can add simple code blocks that can give a simple overview or an example that how a functionality will be implemented. So that would be great too. And then you can see these very nice user stories and tasks. So instead of making this list, I have just divided into simple kind of what we said, a list basically, in points basically. So you can just write a point here that what you are going to do, and then simply a description, then list of things you need, and finally some examples, demos, or anything else that you can show that what it will look like. So this guy has added these screenshots and uh, also added some references. So that is really good. Okay, so let me see title. Okay, so these are all same. You can see all the screenshots he added, and also, it takes time. It takes time and efforts to make proposal like this. And even I am making my proposal for last month, and I'm iterating every week, I guess, and it is getting better and better. So, don't wait for the last week to make your proposal. Even though I will be uploading this video in this last week itself, but please put efforts that are needed for a really good proposal. Uh, okay, so this guy has mentioned some requirements. Okay, so this is also very important. Uh, I mean, it is really good. Most of the times, what happens is that mentors get lots of proposals. You are not the only one they care about. Uh, Sometimes they do, but they have lots of contributors to focus on. So what they usually do, they take a overview of the proposal. So if you add some workflows like these, and you can add some structures and architecture overviews, like this is simple one, but you can add for your whole implementation. That would be really great. And if you can add it in the beginning, that would be awesome too. So what it does is the mentor doesn't have to go in very details to understand. Also, he will get an context before reading your detailed proposal that what you're going to implement. So that is really great. So please add workflows and architectures of your whole proposal. Uh, Before that, let me check if I'm still recording. Okay, I am. After that, Docker images. Okay, so now as I said, this after this what this guy has defined what should be done, and now he is defining how it should be done. So that is how we make an implementation plan. It's not like we are just making some points that we are going to do this and we are going to do that. It's not how we do it. So now in the how section, the how section is mostly based the explanation of these what's. So let's say you have defined 7 steps in what section, then in how section, you what you are going to do is you will pick the first one and you will explain that how it is going to be implemented. For the implementation, you can write a basic description, then some code snippets. If if you feel so that it would be a good impression. Not all the time put blocks in each description as well. So you can see this guy has just started explaining what he mentioned in this what section. And this how section will be lengthy, obviously, because now it's the time to explain exactly how you're going to implement it. So now you can see this guy has provided overview. Also, I will be attaching this proposal in the description of the video as well, so that you can take it and you can just use it. So don't worry about that. This is a very classic and very really good example of showing things instead of making people read. So, I mean, yeah, you can have lots of text as well, but if you are showing them that how a thing will work, then that is really effective. So please add such kind of workflows and images wherever needed. And after that, it's mostly those steps. Okay, so this is same too. Also, yeah, you can see these things. You may already know about these. These are just bookmarks. So what usually happens is that we have to sometimes redirect the reviewer from one particular point to another particular point. So let's say this is 63 pages of proposal. So let's say the reviewer is at 60. So now you don't want the reviewer, you won't say the reviewer that go to page 10 and then you will find a heading and then please read that. You won't be saying that. So for that case, you may add bookmarks and then you can copy the link for bookmark like that and add uh, add it anywhere like that. So uh, what happened this? Okay, so you can just copy it like that and you can add it like that. So you will be redirected to that particular link whenever the reviewer will click. So that is really helpful. Another example of adding overview and structures and workflows. So this is great. Also, you can see this guy has added a link of Figma. So another very great example. And now you can see this guy has added dependencies that what dependencies they will need. So now you may observe that how detailed this guy is, and these details doesn't come from ChatGPT or I mean any from anywhere else. These comes from giving time to your implementation. Also, one more benefit of writing such detailed proposal is that when you will get selected, you won't have to sweat a lot to implement the project because your concepts will be really clear while making such a detailed project. So even though you are not selected, you will still take lots of learnings by writing such a good proposal. So uh, make those efforts. You can see here. Okay. Okay, so you can again you can see again and again this guy has added screenshots and visual things. So that is great. That exactly shows that what how he will implement it. Okay, and now other explanations, env variables, how we will proceed with overall. Okay, so this guy has added some quick steps also other than the so this gives an overview of all the implementation steps, so you can add these two. Also in my proposal I have added these steps too in form of iterations. So this really gives this is really important when we are trying to convey someone that uh, what we will be doing instead of I mean they can skip this part and they can just read it. Also I mean I don't mean that you shouldn't be writing this part just because they might skip, so you shouldn't do that. You should be honest with your efforts. Okay, so he has added uh, config files, you can see links everywhere. So that guy has added links for almost everything, and that is good thing. That is not going to harm him anyway. And these are technologies used and how is going to mount volumes. And again, there is a structure of the code base. And also, I mean, you should remember that we are in still house section. So screenshots again, then dependency management for application again, and this is the third steps. So also, I mean, the thing, what, how you should be writing your how section. You should be dividing your how section into, let's say, 10 steps. I'm not, I mean, it's not specific, but how, you can just decide how many steps you will have to add it in your how section. And then you should go for sub steps, like steps inside the step. So this way you will be more specific. So first you should make a structure very clear or very very specific structure that what you are going to do. It should not be like implement socket.io. That you should be as specific as you can, so that the implementation plan, so that you can ask questions that how we are going to implement this thing. So be specific and be, and in order to be specific, you can just divide your task into subtask, and you can also divide those subtasks into some other subtasks. So this way you can write really good how section for this implementation plan. Okay, so migrating. Okay, so that guy, this guy has added some these things as well, and you can just observe how much efforts he put into this proposal, and also you can see why why, I mean, he got selected. So also this guy has some PRs in the repo as well. So he added in the beginning that probably I have shown you. And okay, these are just how section and implementation. He has added the screenshots. Then there is a fourth step, and there is just screenshots again. Then there is a fifth step, and all the commands he has listed. Test he has listed, and again link. Then from problem I also got one more thing to say. Uh, Write edge cases. So I mean, after the implementation plan, it's a good idea to write some edge cases, because no project is perfect, and we can't be like 100% sure that the project we will be building in summer is going to be just perfect and people will use it straight. It's, so that doesn't happen. Most of the times there will be lots of edge cases that will be appearing when you implement the project. So uh, so all write down all the anticipated edge cases that might appear, and also the brief description of the solution for those edge cases. So that will help too. And you can see just here that this guy has added a solution for this problem. So reason number, I guess, 100 for his selection. Step 6, and then step 7, then all the commands, prototype of, okay. So you can see that this guy has, I was just talking about this thing. So if you can make a demo or prototype of a project that you're going to implement, then that is really good thing. That gives a really good impression. So if you have time and if you can build it, then please do it. This guy has added a prototype of this project. So that's really great. That's why I mean, that is one of the reason he got selected. And execution of Docker. Okay, so again, he mentioned more technical details and how he will Dockerize. Eh, Okay, screenshots then for Windows as well. You can just observe the detail. He not only mentioned the, I mean, one operating system, but He mentioned all the operating system and he even tested on all those. So eh, he not only, I mean, he was doing it like here I mean, he actually tested in on Mac OS, then on Linux, and then on Windows. This guy is cracked. And okay, so not I mean not in most of the projects don't require you to test in all the environments. I mean, it depends on project to project. So if you're building something that require you to test on different operating systems or different environments, then you should do. Otherwise, most of the times when there are projects, we don't need to do that. But if we are Dockerizing an application, then we surely need to test it. And opting Docker instead of, okay, so mm, these are edge cases and why we are doing that. So that is really great. Okay, so I've just mentioned that if you are anticipating some edge cases, then write those too. So this guy has added the challenges that may arise from Docker Hub images we are using. So that is good to go. And the problem, then there is a brief solution and also the screenshot. And finally, impact on OPR teams, key high-level architecture and decisions. So after all the implementation details, he had an overview of whole implementation plan. So that is one more uh, good thing. Documentation changes, testing plan. Okay, so see, each project, this is very common in almost all the projects, even though if we make our own project, uh, number one is documentation and number two is testing. So these two are really key aspects of a project when we build it. So don't forget to, I mean, don't forget to uh, skip. Oh, sorry. I mean, please add these two things as well in your proposal. I mean, testing plan and the documentation, that how you are going to document it. Also, for the documentation of, I mean, I would say please start writing your documentation a bit early. Don't wait for the last week because writing documentation is harder than writing code, at least for me. It is so boring and it is so kind of uninterested that it is so hard. So please start writing just 1 page or 2 page when you have 2 to 3 weeks left. So that way you will be able to finish your documentation by the end of the project. Okay, so there is a testing plan. You should add the testing plan. There is an implementation plan. So this is basically timeline. Instead of this, I have just written it as timeline so that it doesn't confuse uh, with the above heading. So here you can write this short description and then probably week by week implementation plan, that what you will be doing each week. So this is really good. Also, it's not mandatory to write it week by week. You can do it by task. That let's say this task will take 4 days, then another task will take 3 days, then another one will take 5 days. So you can write it that way as well. But please write it and please make sure you include these as well. I have removed this PR thing because in my case it was not very much defined that how much PRs do I need um, for a feature. So I have just removed that. I have just a description of action. I mean, what task I need to do and the duration when I will start that task and when I will end it. So I have these two things. Uh, After that, there is second milestone and there is timeline for it. Demo plan to the product manager. Okay, so they will. This is simply how they will present their project when it will be made. So he has defined that the working parts that can be showed. Okay, yeah. That's great. This is future work, so it's really great you include your future work as well. So, and please don't be like I mean, in future work, what we usually do is uh, we ex describe that even though we are not selected for some reason this year, then we will try again. And also, it's really good to show your interest uh, for long term. I mean, it's not like you are here just for the GSOC. So please be like, I will be working on this project. And I mean, you should mean it. You shouldn't be like, I will be working on this project and then you don't. So it's not necessary. I mean, it's subjective. It's not necessary. You can just do whatever you want. But I'm just sharing my opinion. Okay, so this is future work, and I have added, he has added some points. I have added some email type of thing, a brief description that I will be working on XYZ things, and by any chance, if I don't get selected for this, also, I will work really hard to make this project successful. And for any reason, if I don't get into it, then I will try again next year. And then again, the last thing, regards and thanks, and your name somewhere here. Yeah, so this is all you can add in your proposal, and uh, most of the time, selection is defined by your contributions and your interaction. And I've seen some people they underestimate the importance of interaction. So please interact with mentors. If you're not visible means if you are not interacting with mentors, then there are really less chances of getting selected because mentors don't know that you even exist. So instead of making all the time making PRs, also involve in discussions, help other contributors, ask questions, and take a overview of the product that they are building. So this is really great. Don't be just uh, uh, contributor, but I mean, be a part of the community. Don't be a sole code writer. So that really helps, not just for the GSOC, but also for networking and all that other things. So yeah, that was from my side. Thank you.